Class 10 History and Civics. Chapter Factors Promoting the Growth of Nationalism and Foundation of the Indian National Congress. Let's begin with the chapter. The English came to India as traders. The political chaos that prevailed in India helped the British establish their rule in India. They followed the policy of expansion and economic exploitation. The Indians revolted against the English in 1857 AD to free themselves from the foreign yoke, but they failed. The British suppressed the revolt and followed a policy of political and economic exploitation. The second half of the 19th century witnessed the growth of political consciousness and the rise of national movement. The struggle for freedom was carried on under the Indian National Congress, and India became free on August 15, 1947. Indian press and literature. The Indian press and literature also aroused the feelings of patriotism and national consciousness. Many newspapers were published in different parts of the country, such as Amrit Bazar, Patrika, The Hindu, The Patriot, and so on. They not only criticized the unjust policies of the government but also played a vital role in infusing political ideas and patriotic sentiments. Tilak's weeklies Kesari and Maratha also instilled pride among Indians for their country. Social, religious and reform movement. Many social and religious reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Vivekanand, Jyotiba Phule, Swami Vivekanand, Annie Besant, carried out many social and religious reforms and paved the way for the national movement. They inspired the people with the ideas of self-respect, self-confidence, and self-reliance, and roused in them the feelings of patriotism and nationalism. The credit for starting the religious and social reformation in modern India undoubtedly goes to Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Ram Mohan Roy was a great humanist. He stressed the unity of all religions. Ram Mohan Roy was inspired by the monotheism of Islam, the ethical teachings of Christianity, and sublime doctrines of the Upanishads. He believed that every religion had set up a moral code necessary for peace and happiness. Ram Mohan Roy recognized the blessings of British rule in India. He could also see the importance of English education in the modern world. In spite of his admiration for the British, Ram Mohan Roy was a staunch nationalist. He regarded liberty as a priceless possession of every individual. Ram Mohan Roy was sympathetic to the cause of the poor peasants. He wanted the military budget to be reduced so that more funds were available for activities concerned with the health and education of the people. In the Select Committee of the British Parliament, he apprised of the poor economic conditions of the people in India. Jyotiba Phule was a highly admired social reformer of the 19th century. He did a great work for the upliftment of the depressed classes. He strongly believed that all the problems of Dalits could be solved if proper education was provided to them. According to Phule, when the farmers educate themselves and carry whips on their shoulders, the English will have to scream, yell and flee the country. Phule established in 1848 one of the first girls' schools in India. He set up an orphanage in 1864 to provide shelter to poor widows and their children. He also opened many schools for the upliftment of the downtrodden people. He founded the Satya Shodak Samaj in 1873 to mitigate the distress and sufferings of the Dalits and women. Predecessors of the Indian National Congress. Dadabhai Naoroji, the grand old man of India, made England the center of his political activities and laid the foundation of East India Association in London in 1866. He was of the opinion that the British nation was just and good. He wanted to place the true state of affairs in India before the people of England so that the grievances of the Indians may be removed. The branches of this association were set up at Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. Dadabhai Naoroji was one of the first Indians to raise the slogan of Swaraj. He was a great economist and asserted that the British rule and its costly system of administration was a heavy drain on the poor resource of India. Surendranath Banerjee set up the Indian Association in 1876 to organize a powerful public opinion to promote the unity of the Indian people and to broaden the base of the national movement were the main objectives of this association. It launched agitations against the discriminatory and oppressive acts such as the License Act, the Arms Act and the Vernacular Press Act, and against lowering the age limit from 21 years to 19 years for the ICS examination and to safeguard the interests of the workers on the English-owned plantations. But this association failed to become an all-Indian body. Immediate objectives of the Indian National Congress. The first session of the Indian National Congress was held at Bombay in December 1885 under the presidency of W.C. Banerjee. In his presidential address, he declared the following as the aims of the Indian National Congress: to promote friendly relations between nationalist political workers from different parts of the country, to develop and consolidate the feelings of national unity, irrespective of religious beliefs, color, or creed, to train and organize the public opinion of the country. Here ends the chapter.